In this video, we're going to look at whether or not the assassination of US President John F. Kennedy was predicted by Nostradamus. We'll bring you his original prophecy along with an animation of the event itself, and then we'll look at whether or not this so-called prophet was onto something. Nostradamus and the death of JFK. Michel de Nostradamus, better known as Nostradamus, is one of the most well-known and controversial Frenchmen of all time. Although he died centuries ago, Nostradamus is said to have predicted many things. He claimed to have predicted 942 futures in his 1555 book, The Prophecies. These are conveyed in the form of short poems called quatrains. They're so vague, in fact, that they could be applied to many situations and to multiple events. But there are a great many people who believed that they are divinations of what is to come. It's perhaps that because of this, some say this self-styled prophet foretold the events of the French Revolution, the rise of fascist Germany, and even his own death. But few of these predictions have such weight as the one supposedly involving the leader of the free world. So without further ado, let's get to it. The prophecy. The ancient work will be accomplished, and from the roof evil ruin will fall onto the great man. Being dead, they will accuse an innocent of the deed, the guilty one hidden in the misty woods. This is a difficult quatrain to decipher, especially as some suspect it pertains to the events in 1960s USA while being foreseen in 16th century France. So let's take a look at what happened on that fateful day 56 years ago. The assassination of JFK. On November the 22nd, 1963, President John F. Kennedy, First Lady Jacqueline Kennedy, Texas Governor John Connally, and his wife Nellie were traveling in a motorcade through Dallas, Texas. They were en route to the city's Trade Mart when Kennedy was shot and killed by lone gunman Lee Harvey Oswald as the vehicle passed through Dealey Plaza. Oswald, positioned on the 6th floor of the Texas School Book Depository, had a clear view of Kennedy as the motorcade passed down Houston Street, but opted not to shoot, instead waiting until the vehicle turned onto Elm Street, where the view was partially obscured by trees. According to the Warren Commission, Oswald fired 3 shots using a 6.5mm Mannlicher Carcano rifle, the first of which ricocheted off a tree before ending up near the railway bridge where it struck a bystander. The second and third shots hit the president, the third shot being the fatal one. According to analysis of footage available, Oswald fired 3 shots within 8.4 seconds. The second shot entered Kennedy's back, exiting through his throat. It then passed through Governor Connally's right shoulder and chest before hitting his right wrist and lodging in his left leg. The third and fatal shot hit Kennedy in the head, causing the right front of his head to explode. Footage of the assassination was captured by Abraham Zapruder, who was filming the motorcade from the grassy knoll. Several witnesses present reported seeing a puff of smoke from near a white picket fence next to where Zapruder was filming, leading to theories of a second gunman and a 4th shot. Did Nostradamus predict this? Let's look once again at the quatrain. The ancient work will be accomplished. This line could perhaps refer to the ancient work of assassins. For as long as there have been great leaders and historians, there have been enemies looking to eliminate them. Some reckon it could be also speaking about the Cosa Nostra, aka the mob. They have long been the subject of conspiracy theories around JFK. and from the roof evil ruin will fall onto the great man. The evil ruin falling onto the great man, JFK, would be the bullets that killed him. The roof part, however, is slightly more complex and bundles into a bunch of conspiracy theories pertaining to a second shooter. And that lends itself to the next part. Being dead, they will accuse an innocent of the deed. The assassination of JFK has long been an event that has captured the imagination of conspiracy theorists around the world. Some suspect that there are other actors involved in the death of JFK, and that his killer, Lee Harvey Oswald, was actually innocent. The guilty one hidden in the misty woods. Again, this pertains to conspiracy theories involving other actors in the death of JFK. For example, many have long believed that the CIA played a critical role in the death of Kennedy. And, after all, who is more hidden than the CIA? The recurring theme in these ideas is that the agency wanted Kennedy gone because they thought him ineffective against communism and because he didn't lend his support to the CIA-orchestrated Bay of Pigs invasion. He also fired then CIA Director Allen Dulles. So, did Nostradamus predict the death of JFK? No, historian, he didn't. This quatrain is too vague to provide a definitive answer on the matter. For example, the quatrain could also refer to Pablo Escobar. In his native Colombia, he was considered both a folk hero and a villain, so there he is considered a great man by some. He was killed on a rooftop in mysterious circumstances following a chase from authorities. And that's the thing with Nostradamus. His work can be applied to almost anything people want it to be. Perhaps he wrote them that way with that in mind. But as always, this isn't goodbye. This is just until the next mythical video. So why not join us, if you dare?